Laugh, and the world laughs with you. Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? That was this when it all began, back when Adam Vinatieri's 48-yard field goal with 7 seconds remaining allowed the Patriots to upset the heavily favored St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36. It was the feel-good story of a team once maligned as the Patsies, whose long-suffering fans had endured many painfulls, 1-15, 2-14, 3-11, so it was heartwarming to see them rejoicing at last. And when they rejoiced again in 2004, it was still okay in the NFL community, where few suspected they were witnessing the birth of a behemoth, though New England seemed increasingly comfortable in that role. Remember that raucous celebration at City Hall when cornerback Ty Law dragged owner Bob Kraft to center stage, pleading to see his hip-hop moves as the crowd roared. And remember how Kraft, throwing self-consciousness to the wind, responded with a Brookline version of Jay-Z. Believe me, he said months later, it was spontaneous. I didn't have time to think. It was one of those situations where you have to capture the moment. Do you know, I still hear about it everywhere I go. Everyone seems to get a kick out of reminding me what terrible moves I had. The good times were rolling in New England, but when the Pats won it all again in 2005, the league and football junkies around the country no longer found it endearing. They now had a problem on their hands. As Gary Oldman, playing Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour, notes, you cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth. In hindsight, when Vinatieri's field goal split those uprights 16 years ago, who would have imagined Bill Belichick, Tom Brady and an ever-changing lineup would now be preparing for an 8th Super Bowl, favored to win for the 6th time? No, outside of New England, few people are laughing anymore, realizing the NFL's head is firmly lodged in the mouth of a ravenous tiger. We've seen it before. The Canadians used to say, it's a bad if it doesn't end with a parade down street. Catherine Street, Red Auerbach used to say, most organizations build teams to make the playoffs. We don't. We build teams to win them. That's the mindset down in Foxborough, where Brady's Velcro thumb protector, like Curt Schilling's bloody sock, mutely endorses that approach. Those who once viewed us with favor can't abide the sight of us now. Indeed, they hate us because they ain't us. Tough cookies.